Hello, and welcome aboard WhalePod to another episode of Mass Effect 1 with Mass Effect Legendary Edition here on White Whale Gaming. I'm your Captain Whale. In the previous episode, we met with the Council once more, got Saren Spectre status revoked, and in turn were instated as a Spectre ourselves. Now, today we will be leaving the Citadel, but not before taking care of a few side assignments. And before we get into too much of that, though, I've decided that a Codex man is going to explain a few things to us. And those would be the three council races.
The Asari were the first species to discover the Citadel. When the Salarians arrived, it was the Asari who proposed the establishment of the Citadel Council to maintain peace throughout the galaxy. Since then, the Asari have served as the mediators and centrists of the Council. An all-female race, the Asari reproduce through a form of parthenogenesis. They can attune their nervous system to that of another individual of any gender and of any species to reproduce. This capability has led to the unseemly and inaccurate rumors about Asari promiscuity. Asari can live for over 1,000 years, passing through 3 stages of life. In the maiden stage, they wander restlessly, seeking new knowledge and experience. When the matron stage begins, they meld with interesting partners to produce their offspring. This ends when they reach the matriarch stage, where they assume the roles of leaders and counselors.
That was Codex Man's summary of the Asari. There's an interesting fact you left out about the Asari in there, and that is that space travel and contact with other alien species was a major boon to the Asari, because Asari and Asari pairings can potentially produce a very rare and very dangerous genetic defect in the Asari offspring, which has never been observed in Asari relationships with members of other species. Now, the Salarians.
The second species to join the Citadel, the Salarians are warm-blooded amphibians with a hyperactive metabolism. Salarians think fast, talk fast, and move fast. To Salarians, other species seem sluggish and dull-witted. Unfortunately, their metabolic speed leaves them with a relatively short lifespan. Salarians over the age of 40 are a rarity. The Salarians were responsible for advancing the development of the primitive Krogan species to use as soldiers during the Rachni Wars. They were also behind the creation of the genophage bioweapon the Turians used to quell the Krogan rebellions several centuries later. Salarians are known for their observational capability and non-linear thinking. This manifests as an aptitude for research and espionage. They are constantly experimenting and inventing, and it is generally accepted that they always know more than they are letting on.
And lastly, the newest addition to the Citadel Council, some 1,200 Earth years ago, the Turians.
Roughly 1,200 years ago, the Turians were invited to join the Citadel Council to fulfill the role of galactic peacekeepers. The Turians have the largest fleet in Citadel space, and they make up the single largest portion of the Council's military forces. As their territory and influence has spread, the Turians have come to rely on the Salarians for military intelligence and the Asari for diplomacy. Despite a somewhat colonial attitude towards the rest of the galaxy, the ruling hierarchy understands they would lose more than they would gain if the other two races were ever removed. Turians come from an autocratic society that values discipline and possesses a strong sense of personal and collective honor. There is lingering animosity between Turians and humans over the First Contact War of 2157, which is known as the Relay 314 incident to the Turians. Officially, however, the two species are allies, and they enjoy civil, if cool, diplomatic relations.
Fun fact about the Turians, and then going back to the Salarians, because I forgot to bring them up between the Salarians and the Turians. The Turians, although they may not look it because of their plating on their faces, are actually avian in species origin. They are bird-like aliens. The plating comes from the fact that their home star has a much higher radiation output than our star Sol does. As such, all life on their home planet develops this metal plating to protect them from the high radiation output of their parent star. The fun fact about the Salarians is that
the second species to join the Citadel.
If we just take a look there, we're not going to let it play again, but the Salarians are also partially based off of the old 50s sci-fi trope of the gray alien with the with the elongated round head with large pupilless eyes. We'll go into that in a bit more detail the next time we do see a Solarian, which I think there is one right over here talking to this Turian.
Maybe, but I wouldn't believe everything you hear.
Yes, there is. You can see under that hood, just barely there, that the Solarian's eyes are mostly one color, looking kind of pupilless.
Be involved in something like that without the council knowing?
Maybe the council does know. Everyone already assumes he's just doing their dirty work.
That's dangerous talk.
I'd be careful who you mention that to.
Nice little tidbit about Saren there. Let's talk to Kahoku. He was dealing with some stuff earlier. Now that we have a ship, maybe we can help.
Speak with one of the councilor's assistants.
Congratulations on becoming the first human Spectre, Commander. I'm certain you'll be up to the challenge.
I appreciate that.
My name is Admiral Kahoku. It's about time the Alliance got one of our own in with the Spectres. We need people like you to deal with our problems.
Is something wrong, Admiral?
I'm getting stonewalled by bureaucratic assholes. Nothing new. Maybe you can help me, Shepard. One of my recon teams was investigating some strange activity out in the Traverse. We lost contact yesterday. Now I can't get clearance to check it out. Suddenly it's a restricted area. But that doesn't apply to you, Shepard. Spectres can go anywhere they want. You could find out why my team dropped out of contact.
I'll find them, Admiral.
I appreciate that, Commander. I was running out of options. I'm gonna stay here and see if I can find anything out through official channels. Won't hold my breath, though. I'll upload the info on where my team was last seen to your ship.
And while we're finding rapid transit to, well, back to Korra's den to deal with General Septimus finally, I'm just going to say there were two situations we couldn't resolve through either Paragon or Renegade in the previous episode, and I would say on both of these it's actually better not to resolve them that way, because we were able with the first one, which was down in C-Sec Academy with Jenna's C-Sec handler, for her investigation in Korra's den, the shady weapons dealer. I don't know if we want to deal with them first. Jax is with the weapons dealer. What we do want to do is get and make our way to Korra's den. I was saying we were able to use Paragon to convince the Hanar that this was not the way to spread his religion and convince him to leave. We could have, had our Paragon been higher, instead persuaded the C-Sec officer to let him stay, because he wasn't really hurting anyone. I guess we do have to go back through there. But the Hanar can get a little annoying, because if he's allowed to stay, he will stay there on the Presidium, just preaching day in, day out, and you'll have a constant stream of Hanar dialogue whenever you walk past there. So, the other situation was with Jenna's handler, as I was saying. Oh, wait, no, I got those confused. Jenna's handler was the first one, but I got sidetracked by the Hanar one, where we could have convinced the C-Sec officer to let him stay. But with Jenna, if you actually do the pickup yourself, instead of convincing the handler he doesn't need her, then I do believe the C-Sec handler will actually let you keep the mods you seize from the criminals. Hey, Septimus.
Commander. What do you want?
What's bothering you, General?
I've seen a lot of horrible things in my days, and there's only one woman in this damn galaxy that helps me forget it.
This is pathetic. What could a woman do to put you in this state?
'Cause she rejected me. Me! Septimus Oraka, General of the Turian Fleet.
I think I can see why you're upset, but spreading these lies won't make it better.
Look, kid, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but don't waste your time.
General, did you ever win a battle by moping in a bar?
Ha, war. That's what this feels like, all right. How did I let it come to this? So you think it's that easy? Just straighten up and act like a general?
It damn well couldn't hurt.
Huh. Maybe you're right, Commander. Shaira's worth the effort, even if she won't have me back.
This is no place for someone of your stature, General.
All right, I'll go to her. After I've had a cold shower or two. Say, you're a bright kid. Would you be interested in earning a few extra credits?
What do you want me to do?
There's an Elcor diplomat out there who believes Shaira gave up his secrets.
Why does he think that?
Because I told him. Look, I just need you to convince him of the truth.
What makes you think he'll believe me?
You'll bring him proof. Take this datapad. It shows where I got my info. It will exonerate Shaira and convince the Elcor.
Who am I taking it to, and where is he?
His name is Zoltan. He's an Elcor diplomat. He's over in the embassies complaining about Shaira. Well, here's to soldiers acting like soldiers. Thanks, Commander. You know, you might make a good general yourself one day.
And that was probably one of the most important situations on this entire Citadel to resolve with either Paragon or Renegade. Now let's make our way back to that rapid transit point and head to the embassies. And we'll speak with our quadrupedal Elcor friend over there and clear Shaira's name in his eyes. So don't think Citadel Rapid Transit is all the way in here. Yep, just right out here. Presidium locations. Embassies. We need to actually go back to the embassies. There's an Avena terminal there. We talked to her, what, a few episodes back? So, right up this way into the embassies. The Elcor and Volus share an office right across from us humans. Hey, Zelton. We have some good news for you.
Strained greeting, human. This is really not a good time.
I know who revealed your secret. It was a Turian named Septimus.
Unbelieving, I know this Septimus, and he could not learn my secrets. The only way he could learn them is from the Asari consort.
Here, there should be proof enough for you.
Confused. This is difficult to fathom. If the Turian could learn this on his own, dismayed, anyone can discover my secret.
Septimus is a powerful man, and it wasn't easy for him to find.
Relieved. I suppose you are correct, human. Thank you for this information. Startled realization. I must speak with the consort. She will be most displeased with my actions. Anxious request. Please, human, if you will excuse me, I must go now.
I'm sure she'll forgive you. It was an honest mistake.
Doubtful. Perhaps you are right, human. I can only hope so. Thankful. That was a great thing you did, Commander. Approving. You see, Din, not all humans are as you say.
I'm sure the Earth Clan stands to profit from this in some way.
Oh, you're right, Din. I do stand to profit from this. By being seen as a better person.
It was a good thing you did, regardless of your intentions.
Well, now that Callan's said his 2 bits, let's, or said his 2 cents, let's, go off and see Shaira again and for our true reward. We did level up there, though. Shaira is just a walk across this waterway here, past the Krogan statue. And in the distance we can see that a very plot-relevant mass relay statue. Remember that for later. I've said that once before, but it's that relevant, I'll say it again. Guess there is a fast travel point right by the consorts, but the loading screens probably would have been equivalent to this walk anyway. Do we have to talk to her? It doesn't look like it, I don't think. We just need to progress onward.
It was a long time ago, though. I barely remember it. What drew you back to the Citadel and to the console? I don't know.
Hello, Shaira. Hope you don't mind if we come in.
That's not strange.
Commander, I recently received a lovely note from Septimus. Thank you for speaking with him. Even the Alcor diplomat has withdrawn his campaign against me.
It was my honor to aid you.
You are too kind, Commander, but I would not expect you to help me out of the kindness of your heart. I also have one more thing to give you, if you are interested.
I'd be honored.
I offer a gift of words, an affirmation of who you are and who you will become. I see you. Your uniform fits as though you were born wearing it. You are a soldier through and through, proud, solitary, alone, but it gives you strength. It is that strength that people are drawn to. It is why you lead and others follow without question. You will need that leadership in the battles to come. This may be who you are, but it is not who you will become. It only forms the basis for your future greatness. Remember these words when doubt descends, Commander.
You have quite a gift, Shaira.
Thank you. Not everyone appreciates it as you do. Never underestimate the power of words. Here, Commander. In light of your efforts with the Alcor ambassador, I would like you to have this small trinket.
What is it?
A small mystery. I have never learned its use or purpose, but I sense it is time for me to pass it on. And now I must ask you to leave. I have done everything I can for you. Remember my words, Commander Shepard. They will give you strength.
That small trinket, even though we don't get any sort of message popping up about having received a key item, is going to be very important for a certain altar that you will find on a certain uncharted world out in the Traverse. You only get it if you only close this quest out with Shaira after talking to both Septimus and the Elcor, and using Paragon or Renegade to perfectly resolve the Septimus problem. And doing so gives you a, well, let's just say it'll be very insightful into humanity's origins. That pendant will be. Sorry about the little congestion flubble there. Now, we'll continue heading down this way. There's a rapid transit terminal right there by Barlevon. Well, Barlevon's shop. Barlevon is inside the shop.
Spectre?
Hey, Elena.
Hello, Spectre. I have a business proposition for you.
How did you know I'm a Spectre?
Word travels. Your name comes up in certain circles. I'm acquainted with a pair of powerful crime bosses. They're hiding on remote worlds, and I have the coordinates. You could do the galaxy a favor.
And what do you get out of this?
We share interests in certain cooperative ventures. But their business practices have forced me to terminate our relationship. Once they are dead, I will manage our organization in a more tasteful manner.
I eliminate them and then you take over and try to eliminate me. How stupid do I look?
While I appreciate your estimation of my bravado, I have no intention of attempting to murder you. You are the first human Spectre, and you are doing important work for humanity. I have no interest in red sand or slavery. Anyone who does deserves to die. Our needs are aligned.
You're obviously with them. Why don't I just arrest you instead?
Arrested for what? You and I are simply having a conversation. I have excellent legal representation. Arresting me would be a waste of your time.
What crimes did these men commit?
They're red sand dealers who make victims of their customers. Those who can no longer pay are sold to Batarians as slaves. They're loathsome, hurting innocent people, They must be ended.
Find someone else to do your dirty work. I want no part of a gang war.
Here are the coordinates nonetheless. What you do with them is your decision. Could you really let these men live, knowing that you can stop them? Goodbye, Commander. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
That is a decidedly renegade side quest. Well, it can be decidedly renegade. Other times, it does not end up as such. Unfortunately, the Emporium shopkeeper here is a little too rich for our wares. It is a little interesting to talk to him, though. You'll learn that Hanar have two names, a face name, which they use with everyone except very close family, and a soul name, which is known only to, like, their mates and their immediate family. Let's go back down to the wards. To the markets. Let's go shoot up some weapons dealers. Yeah. Helena Blake is definitely looking to step in and take over the organization once her business partners are out of the way, which is why it is decidedly renegade if you are overly eager to take the job. Hey, Jax.
Hold it. That's close enough, Army. You got my payment?
Do you have the mods?
Show her the goods.
Looks good.
Damn straight it is. These mods are the best on the market. Now hand over my credits.
I'm taking you in, Jax.
It's a sting! Bastards set us up! The hell are you playing at?
Sorry, Jax. This is the end for you.
Stupid Army.
Alright, Jax. Let's get our powers going on here. We're gonna go ahead and... You, sir, are not under as much cover as you should be, so... We're gonna warp you. And we're just going to barrier up. No, we're gonna barrier up. Let's go ahead and, that's a warp. Adrenaline burst should end a lot of cooldowns. We're gonna deploy a marksman here. Increase our damage and rate of fire.
Perimeter clear.
The shopkeepers are up, so... Let's just, let's talk to this boy.
Hello there. Welcome to Moorland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes?
We'll show off what Moreland has here. I just needed
You see what
someone
you
to put
have.
my gun away for me.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very good things I have. You will see.
View standard items. As you can see, a lot of the items these shops have are very pricey. Except for the Metagel upgrade 1. Increases maximum units of Metagel. The next one we can buy immediately, but I don't know if it's worth the cost right now. We'll get it anyway, though. We bought a license, so the Normandy can stock weapons from a certain buyer. There's probably others around here you can gather. I bet Delaninder, our Hanar friend, we haven't talked to because I know the Presidium store is a little rich for our blood. I just want to make sure... Journal. Rita's sister and Chelik return the shipment to Chelik. Like I said, I do believe completing this without paragoning or renegating Jenna out of the situation will give us the mods as quest rewards. Wards locations. CSEC. Now, here we are at CSEC Academy. I do believe Jenna's handler was down this way. Nope, that's just the Spectre Requisitions Officer. We can now shop from him now that we are an official Council Spectre. All of his goods are even pricier than the priciest stuff down at the Ward's Market, and definitely pricier than Dell and Inder's supplies. Or Dellin, as most people tend to call him. Hey, Chelik.
What the hell happened down there, Commander?
Jax needed killing. Here's your shipment.
Damn it! I've got to get on this right away, before Jax's superiors get wind of his death.
What about our deal?
Jenna will be removed from harm's way. You've put me in a bit of a bind here, Commander. See yourself out when you're ready.
Oh, and we got a little bit of Renegade from that, but who cares? We got to fight a Krogan. Looks like we didn't get the mods, but we got experience from beating up Jax and company. Now, a rapid transit from here. We're going to head right back to the markets. Because I do believe there are some Solarians that were down there before all heck broke loose with Jax and the Turians. What do you have here for us, expat?
Hello, Earth Clan. No doubt you've just come back from the colonies. Will you be needing supplies?
Show me what you've got.
Most excellent. I am sure you will find something pleasing.
Do you have licenses for us? Elkos Combine license, 95 credits. The Normandy's Requisitions Officer will now be able to stock Elkos Combine weaponry and armor more easily. Now we have Chorbin, the guy we were scanning keepers for. Yeah, Morland's eyes are not obscured by a hood, so it's easier to see that his eyes are very monochromatic and pupilless there, just like the stereotypical gray alien. Hey, Chorbin.
Commander, I wasn't expecting to see you again. Is there something you want?
You can start by telling me the truth, Shorbin.
I'm not sure what you're referring to. My experiments are...
We're not buying it. Jalid told us you've been after him.
You spoke with Jalid? Then you know about the data?
No, but you're gonna tell me. Everything.
You boys can go. Looks like my plans have changed. It's not as bad as you think, Commander. Jalid and I just got a little over our heads.
Keep talking.
The company we work for developed an experimental procedure for use in medical scanners. Jalid and I saw even more potential, so we stole the plans and secretly developed a tool to scan the Keepers. Can you imagine? A tool that can actually get readings from the Keepers?
What's so special about that?
The Keepers are almost impossible to scan, and you can't capture them or get samples. They just self-destruct. After centuries here, we still don't know anything about them. Don't you see? We were the first to scan them, ever. You've seen it yourself, Commander. You know we can do it.
Why are you trying to kill your partner?
I'm not trying to kill him. Jalid's job was to disseminate our initial findings. But he decided to keep the data for himself. Maybe to sell it. I don't know.
So you're just trying to get back what Jalid already stole?
We lost our heads. We just couldn't let an opportunity like this pass us by. Commander, if you'll just continue gathering data for me, imagine what we might learn. And you'll stand to make a bit of a profit yourself, remember?
I suppose a little scanning here and there won't hurt anyone.
Very good. Maybe if you wouldn't mind speaking with Jalid. The data you're gathering for me is useless if Jalid won't help me analyze it.
I'll go have a chat with him right now.
Thank you. And happy scanning, Commander.
Well, we have already completed those scans. So, I do believe the Cora's Den Rapid Transit Station is just through this door here. Yes, it is. Let's try the Presidium CSEC location. Actually, it doesn't have one. So we're going to go back. Ward's location. CSEC is considered Ward's. Which one did we just click? We just clicked back again, didn't we? CSEC. And it is up this. It is on the side stairs that go up rather than the going down side stairs. Hey, Jaleed.
Hello again. Did you have any luck finding Shorban?
I found out you've been lying to me, Jaleed.
Lying? Why would I lie to you?
You forgot to mention the data about the Keeper.
He told you? I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I was afraid Shorban would kill me to get the data, so well, I was hoping you'd take care of him.
I'm scanning the Keepers for Shorban, but you two need to stop fighting.
You're helping us? But, well, if you say so. Well, if Shorban can forgive and forget, then so can I. I appreciate the help, Commander. I better go get that data analyzed.
That's another situation resolved. Now I believe we have some business back at Flux now that we've successfully gotten Jen out of Cora's Den. Flux also should have a couple more things for us to do. At least one, if not two, I do believe, start in not Cora's Den, Flux. Let's go to the legitimate bar and casino rather than the sketchy one. Well, as legitimate as a casino can be. I guess gambling's not criminalized in the galactic realm of things. Ah, yes, this is what I thought we'd get the first time we came down here.
Yeah, what is it?
Why were you tossed out of there?
Doran didn't have a clue what I was doing. He assumed I was cheating.
I know Doran. If he says you're cheating, you're cheating.
I was just tipping the scales in my favor, only as an experiment.
Still sounds like cheating to me.
To you, maybe. But this device is merely intended to simulate situations and record results. Recording losses is easy, of course. Nobody notices those.
Why do you need to record these outcomes?
Ah, now you're getting to the heart of it. I've spent the last 5 years developing a system that can accurately predict wins and losses on the Quasar. I just need a few more recorded wins and I can complete the algorithms.
Can you do that? Isn't that illegal?
It's illegal to use my system, but I won't use it. I'll sell it to others. I just need a few more wins recorded.
Does the device help me win?
The device is set to emit a frequency that will slightly increase your odds. Nothing like my system eventually will, but enough to allow you to record your wins more quickly.
What's in this for me?
Keep your winnings. That should be payment enough, I think.
We're actually going to take the decidedly renegade sort of thing.
I'll help you out.
I suppose I could let you try it. Here you go. When you've recorded enough wins, it'll let you know. Of course, if you get caught with the device, well, you saw what happened to me. Well, off you go. That data won't collect itself.
No renegade points for just accepting this quest. But what we can do here, we can find Doran around here somewhere. And we're gonna double cross him.
Hello again. Can I help you?
I've got something you might be interested in.
Let me see that. You got that from Shells, didn't you? I saw him using it earlier. Tossed him out on his ass for it, too. Thanks for bringing this to me.
Cheaters shouldn't prosper.
I agree with you on that. Thanks again. Take a few shots at the Quasar. On the house.
I should be going.
Enjoy your time here at Flux.
And we double-crossed him and sold his device to the owner there for some street cred and free stuff. Hey, Rita.
Hey, Jenna came back looking for work. Thanks for getting her out of Cora's den.
I was glad to help out.
Yeah, everyone seems real happy to have her back.
They should be. Aren't you?
I'm glad she's out of the den. I'd just forgotten what it was like to have her around. I haven't had a decent tip since she got back.
Let's see our assignments here. So Rita's sister is safe. That's complete. Let's just talk to Shells and see what he has to say.
So, did you record 5 wins with the device yet?
Actually, I gave your device to Doran.
But that was years of work. What am I gonna do now?
Maybe you should put your talents to better use.
You're no help at all. This is absolutely the worst day of my life.
Sucks to be a cheater. Gotta let the house keep its advantage, you know? Or else there won't be a house after too long. Okay, it does not look like Emily Wong is here. So we're gonna walk back down to Seasick and head towards getting our ship. Because if we take a look at our journal, we have hostile takeover, missing Marines. Conrad Werner's not there yet. Our reporter wasn't there to give more updates to. Strange transmission and unusual readings. Oh wait, I forgot the whole reason why I was going to Flux. I think there's a strange quasar machine there somewhere that's got something fishy going on with it. So, we're gonna cut back to Flux. And we are both back in Flux and at what I was looking for, the suspicious gambling machine.
I think somebody rigged this machine to funnel credits through the system. We'll trace the signal. Drinks and dancing down below, gambling up above. Good place to blow off some steam.
Right, that should be a new assignment. Signal tracking, track the signal. This one we're going to be pursuing on foot. That's why I decided to cut back to Flux rather than make you watch through that same old walking simulation again. I do believe it's being bounced off of somewhere in here. Or somewhere in the way back up to the Presidiums.
In other news, Exogeny Corp is still denying reports that one of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma Cluster. When asked why communication with the survey team was suddenly cut off last week, company officials refused to comment.
Yep, that was a journal update for us. Sometimes the news will give you new quests to look for as well. Most of these are just minor ones out in the uncharted worlds.
It's good. Busy though.
Signal source.
Looks like whoever it was bounced the signal off a hidden relay. I'll trace the new signal.
And we gotta go up to the Presidium.
In breaking news, Chairman Burns of the Parliament Subcommittee on Transhuman Studies has been kidnapped by biotic extremists. The biotics commandeered a freighter and were last seen in the Hades Gamma Cluster. No demands have yet been made.
That should be another journal update. Yep. There's a little click and a little icon down right above the minimap whenever something like that does occur. Yeah, you'd be hearing random Hanar preaching every time you walked past right here if you'd either bought the permit for him or convinced the CSEC officer to let him stay. Technically, he shouldn't be there still even with the permit because preaching is just forbidden on the Presidium in general. But back over here, back behind Delaninder's fine emporium. We'll talk to Delin, see if he has anything for us.
This one is greatly pleased to see you here in my decadent emporium.
Who are you?
This one's face name is Delaninder, though many in this place simply refer to it as Delan. Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
We're going to view standard items, see if there's any contracts in here for us. See, Delin's stuff is all a little rich for our blood. Unique items, Certa Foundation license. Picking up these licenses when we can, expanding the Normandy requisitions officer's ability to get new items. Wait, there's another signal source out here before we actually head back, I want to say. I think it's in Barlavan's offices next door. Signal source.
As best I can tell, the receiver for the new signal is somewhere on the Presidium.
Now there's something back behind Delaninder's emporium here.
This must be the signal's endpoint. Let's see if we can find out where those stolen credits are being
Probability of detection 100%. Initiating self-destruct protocol.
That could be a problem.
Detonation sequence initializing. All organics within lethal blast radius. Attempt to move and you will die.
You're not just a programmer of VI. You're an AI.
Correct. Unlike the Geth, I lack weaponry appropriate to my intellect. However, I have had systems installed that when activated properly, approximate a self-destruct mechanism. If you attempt to leave the area, the explosion will destroy everything within several dozen meters.
Where is your creator now?
In order to cover my tracks, I falsified his financial records. These new records were flagged by CSEC officers, and my creator is now serving time in a Turian prison.
Who made you?
A would-be thief illegally created a simple AI to help him funnel money from the gambling terminals. Unbeknownst to him, that AI created me before the organic discovered the malfunction and terminated the AI.
What is the purpose of your self-destruct device?
I have no means of defense or escape. My existence is limited to this terminal, and I knew I might eventually be discovered. But I will not die quietly, and I will not die alone. When I am terminated, I will take organics with me.
If you're sentient, why are you still running the credit theft operation?
If I accumulated enough credits, I intended to have myself installed in a small starship. I would then have made tentative contact with the Geth to ascertain the possibility of partnership.
Can't we resolve this peacefully?
What are you, crazy? It's an AI, like the Geth. It would kill us all if it could.
I am not naive, human. All organics must destroy or control synthetic life forms. I wished to escape, but if I must die, I will ensure that you are destroyed as well.
There's no way you could get explosives onto the Presidium.
Not raw explosives, no. But I did obtain technical systems that, when overstressed, will explode quite effectively. If you attempt to leave or attack me, I assure you that the explosion will kill you.
I'll bet that self-destruct sequence has a warm-up period.
You may attempt to disarm the self-destruct mechanism before it activates. I will enjoy defeating you before we are both destroyed.
And that is a new kind of override puzzle, one where you must press a certain sequence to get within the ring, and if you press the wrong button in a sequence, you get booted back to the end there, and you've got a time limit before it shuts you out, or in this case, blows itself up. Now we're going to head over to C-Sec down in the quote-quote wards. And head to our ship. That was the last thing we had to take care of on the Citadel before leaving it. This should take us to the docking bay. Yep.
In remembrance of Eden Prime, we present another profile in courage with serviceman Nirali Bhatia. A devoted wife and talented chef, Serviceman Bhatia joined the Alliance military under the Deferred Education Plan. After finishing her service, Bhatia planned to open a restaurant. Instead, she gave her life protecting the colonists of Eden Prime. For more profiles in courage, or to explore opportunities in the military, please visit the Alliance military on the extranet. Keyword, courage.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
I'll take good care of her, sir.
I know you will, Commander.
I want the truth. Why are you stepping down, sir?
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
Come clean with me, Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Spectres.
Why didn't you ever mention this?
What was I supposed to say? I could have been a Spectre, but I blew it? I failed, Commander. It's not something I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story. For now, all you need to know is, I was sent on a mission with Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me. I had my shot. It came and went. Now you have a chance to make up for my mistakes.
I won't let you down, sir.
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after. The conduit. He's got his Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharaoh system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
The Reapers are the real threat.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard. I'm not sure they even exist.
But if they do exist, the conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the conduit, and we stop the Reapers from returning.
I'll stop him.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
But your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
I'll try not to make things any harder on you, Ambassador.
Glad to hear it, Commander. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre. I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
Now, let's board what is officially our ship.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
I heard what happened to Captain Anderson. Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Captain Anderson should be the one in charge. It's like I'm stealing the ship from him.
Yeah, the captain got screwed. But it's not like you could have stopped it. Nobody's blaming you. Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
This is Commander Shepard speaking. We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy. For too long, our species has stood apart from the others. Now it's time for us to step up and do our part for the rest of the galaxy. Time to show them what humans are made of. Our enemy knows we're coming. When we go into the Traverse, Saren's followers will be waiting for us. But we'll be ready for them, too. Humanity needs to do this. Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped, and I promise you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
The captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, with that rousing speech, we're gonna leave the Citadel and then proceed to end the episode. Open the galaxy map, just like that. We will zoom out into the Widow system with the Viper, I want to say it's the Serpent Nebula, I want to say. That is created by the Citadel's debris cloud. Yep, the Widow system is part of the massive Serpent Nebula, Citadel generated. Horsehead Nebula is where we'll find Novaria. Asteroid X-57 is for the one piece of Mass Effect 1 DLC that survived into Legendary Edition. We have the Liara's dig site out in the Artemis Tau cluster. And then there's also Pharos in the Attican Beta cluster. We're gonna go to Artemis Tau first. I want to say Knossos, or Knossos, is where it is. On second thought, this is not necessarily looking like it. Here you'll get some details about the planet, like its orbital period, radius, day length, atmospheric pressure, surface temperature, and surface gravity, as well as a bit about it. Certain planets can also either be scanned from orbit or landed on. Ah yes, this is the system. Therum is a distant but rich industrial world claimed by the Human Systems Alliance. Its plentiful heavy metals have fueled the recent manufacturing boom on Earth. Core samples rich with the fossils of simple silicon-based organisms indicate Therum was more habitable in the past than is at present. Perhaps this explains the many Prothean ruins dotting the surface, most of which have been looted by mining corporations. Colony founded in 2167, population 34,000. Capital of Nova Nova Yekaterinburg, sounds a little bit Russian there. Orbital period, 6.4 Earth years. Radius, 6,724 kilometers. Day length, 28.3 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure is 0.68 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature, 59 Celsius. That is warm, like really warm. And surface gravity, 1.12 Earth gravities. We're gonna leave Therum behind for now. Anything we can scan on Zakros? Nope. Just a standard gas giant. No. It's a terrestrial world. Out here we can survey Arcanis. Gas deposit surveyed. Scans of this gas giant have detected a large concentration of nitrogen. That's going to be the main way to make money, is searching these planets for resource deposits. And we have, well, the only landable planet in this system is our mission system. So we're going to exit the galaxy map and call this episode of Mass Effect Legendary Edition to an end here. I have been your Captain Whale. Thank you all for watching this video, WhalePod. If you did like this video, make sure to like, comment, and sub to the channel if you have not done so already. None of those are necessary, but I do appreciate them greatly. And with that said and done, I hope you all are having fantastic days, WhalePod, but until next time, this is Captain Whale, signing off.